The internet is on fire and Nigerian men are talking. When I mean Nigerian men are talking, they are staying their mind. You girls, your potential husband is on the internet saying how he's going to leave everything that he owns to his mother, just so that after he dies or something happens to him, you're going to be stranded. Because if that is not what you are saying, please explain to me how you are coming on the internet ranting when you don't even have a keke napep to your name. Bruv, when men are talking, shut up. Dear Nigerian girl, you need to understand that there's dignity in having your own money, just so that when people are talking, you no go be say you no get anything. And these men who are coming out to rant and say, don't, they will tell you not to work. Relax, baby, I will take care of you. Meanwhile, they have other plans. Let me break this down. Today, we are going to be unpacking all of these issues, from the allegations to the real story to the reactions, what I think, my opinion. And let me tell you something, you should wait for my opinion, because oh Lord Jesus. Now, my name is Maria Habila and I am a vlogger. I make videos about money, finance, and I am crazy about making money in Nigeria. Let me tell you all something, I don't have any plans of jackbarring or leaving the shores of this country, because I will make money here. I love my family and I want to live around them, and so I am determined to make money here, and that's why I share my lifestyle with you all. This is not the video about it, but because money entered the matter, my name is Kofili. I make profit and I must talk about these things. So let us start. We're sitting down on our own. We just heard, oh, there's this footballer that the wife wants to divorce him. She took him to court and wanted to take half of his properties. But the good story is, okay, that all his properties are in his mother's name, and so he's safe and he doesn't have anything to his name. And you, Oga, you are writing Godiga Oshi. You, if they check from your family land, everything that you own, poto no go even there for person to dig from. You open your mouth to say go digger. Learn where? Haba. Nigerian men, here are some of the allegations. Sometimes when you hear stories, don't rush to the internet and go and be blabbing nonsense. Listen to facts. I'm going to be stating some of the allegations, okay, and some of the facts of the story, just so that we can have something to leverage on, and then we shall marinate this story. All right. Apparently, this is what Gina of Foodies and Spice said. Why is it that nobody is talking about how he cheated though? His wife and kids were on holiday and he took another woman frolicking, who is now accusing him of rape. Una hear? 1. His wife seeks divorce because of the mess, and the media is running amok because of the narrative of the man who has all his assets in his mother's name. Women, at least you are learning from internet men to own your own. If you like, invest your life into giving birth to children every year without building your own life. This is what she has to say. Somebody would always say, oh, why are you not... Let's talk about the woman's business, because I didn't mean this woman is a stay-at-home wife and doesn't have ambition. We can now shoot her and say, oh, you don't even get money. Let us now read some of this woman's portfolio, because apparently she's not just a woman from the street. She has her own craft in her arm. Number 1 is the wife's name. I don't even want to call the name. She's a professional Spanish actress. Number 1. She's not broke and definitely not a gold digger, as many of you claim. She has her own money, hence she never cared about Achraf sending all his money to his mother, while she uses hers to run the home. In fact, in 2020, Sports Hub called Hiba one of the richest Spanish actresses. Hiba is one of the most intelligent actresses in Spanish. She speaks a lot of language fluently, including French, English, Italian, all of that. Hiba is older than her husband, and this is now the fact. People are saying she's manipulative. As much as we cannot remove manipulation from the equation, because until I married a man younger than you with 12 years, you married him when he was still a teenager. Now let us move to some of the facts stated by Njoku. Njoku said, every successful teenage athlete, there is a mom, dad, guardian who believes in them more than they believe in themselves. Number 1. A parent who put in everything: money, time, prayers, emotions, and psychological support, tears, scolding. Someone who sacrificed the most that they had just to make sure that the child stood out. A teenage boy is his mother's son. A man is his wife's husband. She for wait small, make him mature, or better still, make her own money. Apparently, she has her money, auntie. So she has her money. Let us unpack that. Marrying a teenager is a no-no, because let me tell you, marriage, as far as I'm concerned, is properly defined as marriage when the person is mature. I am a Christian and I believe that marriage should be between two consenting adults. That is why a child would leave his father and his mother and cleave. So you cannot leave your father and mother when you're still a baby. You are a motherfucking adult. Now let us move to some of the reactions from some of your celebrities. Peter of P Square says, I don't understand why most men are rejoicing over this Hakimi story. Like, I don't get it. The truth is bitter, but needs to be told. If you don't trust her, then don't marry her. As simple as that. Or you're expecting your wives to suffer after divorce. Now, let us talk about our Nigerian society, because as much as all of these things are happening, you are forgetting that you are a Nigerian. You are an African. It happens different in your territory. Now, let me just read one or two tweets and then I will now talk about my opinion. This person is saying, niggas already planning that the wives they don't have will not touch the millions they don't have. Imagination no go wound una. Mr. Imagination, you live in mass. You don't even know if you'll be old enough to ever get married, or whether there's anybody that will be unfortunate enough to end up with somebody who believes that all he owns should belong to his mother. As much as I'm a woman and I have 3 solid brothers after me, I would not want any woman to try to run them down or strip them off of their hard work, as they will call it. There should be a middle ground. Now let's move to this tweet. The truth remains that our wife is not our family. Only our parents and siblings are. When I say your wife is not your family, they think I'm being funny, but the fact remains that your wife is not your family. The only female that can ride for you is your mother, your sister, your daughter. And these are the only females that should matter. And a tweet says, these are the males women are going to magistrate court to do change of name and affidavit for. Nigerian men, this is for you. Listen to me. Egbomi Dada. As much as you want to say a lot of women marry for the comfort of it, if I'm giving a choice today to marry either for money or for love, best believe I'm married for money, because who doesn't want to be a baller? It's better for you to cry in a bulletproof bullion van than for you to be crying inside keke marwa. Do you understand? With that being said, every single one of us have our upbringing and our ideas and ideologies that surround our life and how we think. Before you open your mouth to start dissecting a society that is none of your business, that is nothing close to your society, before you start talking about their standards, talk about where you're from. In Nigeria, a woman, as far as you are married, you are supposed to change your name to your husband's name. Everything about you is supposed to be your husband's identity. The children will bear his name. And let's now come further. If something ever happens to this man, everything he owns, his brothers will come and fight for it. Even when there's a will, there will be a contention. Somebody will come and say, it was under what? He did not do it in his right mind. We see these things. We don't see them for Nigerian movies. I have personally seen it. When a man died, he had 3 children, orphans, because his wife died before him. His brothers came to pack things in the middle of the night. My mother had to go to a police station to seek for police to come and stop them from packing those things. And guess what the police said to my mother? It is not in her place to do it. My mother first went to the elder in our environment and said, oh, come and help talk to these people that this man left children. He died of HIV and his children are surviving. Come and do. The man said, women are not supposed to say anything when it comes to it. It is their father's property. It's their brother's property. They have rights over it. And they will leave the children in the street. It was vigilante that came to assist my mother to stop those men from packing those children's property. This is Nigeria we are talking about. Uncle, first and foremost, you have nothing. Secondly, it is Nigeria where a woman's right is down to almost 0 because she's married to a man. I didn't mean I don't go to talk this thing. I feel talk say, okay, maybe the wife actually saw that he was already made and she wants to come and see. You no get we by you no get push. That Merua truck, you no get him. But you're talking about gold digging. Now let me talk about my unsolicited opinion. I believe as a woman you should have your own. I just finished reading a book, Understanding the Power and Purpose of a Woman, and it is so explicit to the point where everybody should first be a complete human being before you are joined with another person. You have to be a complete human being first before you are married. As a complete human being, you should have your money. You should have, and all those men that used to say, I don't want my wife to work, hope you are not among those people tweeting nonsense. I hope you are not among them, because as you have told her to stay at home, all that you own, half of it will belong to her. First and foremost, our society does not even encourage women. Woman in business, you want to sleep with her. I have experienced a lot of advances and abuses because men feel like, what are you doing here, climbing a truck and selling corn and beans? Now I want to work on my own. Or I say I will not work. You people say I should not work. I say let me sit down under my husband's shadow and be monitoring him. You say his money is not my money. How many men? I know somebody. And if this thing I'm saying is not even, I've not had first-hand experience, you know, go even pay me like that. But I know somebody who said to me, his next of kin is his brother, because if anything happens to him, he doesn't believe the wife will take care of her children. Are you joking? And it's women that are raising these men. So at the end of the day, we are the architect of our problems. We are the ones that are dishing out problems upon ourselves, because it's women that are raising these badly behaved men. And these badly behaved men will now go and marry a well-trained daughter by her mother, that the woman apparently, or maybe not, badly trained her son, and we are exchanging bad men for good daughters. Could make sense. This is a whole lot to unpack, but let me tell you, my sister, get your own money. It is important. If I'm not married and I cannot tell you for sure how this entire marriage thing works, but I've seen how my parents managed. Right, I am from a broken home, and I saw how my dad treats his money. His money is couldn't choose, or you cannot touch my father's money and go scot-free. It is not possible. I don't know what his idea behind money is. And I grew up seeing that women should have their own, just so that if the man refuses to give, the mother should give. And as a girl, if you have issues in your family, must you run to a man? A lot of women are staying in abusive marriages and stupid relationships because of what they will get from it. That is why these men are opening their mouth to say you are there for their money, you want to dig the gold that they don't have. Please, my dear girl, this is a note of warning. Open your eye like this. If you want to marry, go and search Twitter and see what your husband has been posting. Okay? So that you know that whether you start to hide your own property, one side, that you will not know. If women were the ones that hid their properties from their husband, hey, the world will not hear the last of it. But when it's men, it's okay. The rules are double-edged. Do you understand? It is too standard. For man, it is permissible, but for woman, it's an abomination. You guys are not serious. We are going to question this nonsense that is happening. Women, get up and work. Work for your own, so that no man will come and tell you it's because of my money you are marrying. If I see a rich man, me, I will marry. But even though, no matter how rich he is, I will have my own money, just so that one day you will not tell me I made you. You did not make me. Jesus Christ, the author and finisher of my faith, made me. You na atachi. I'm just here to compliment you. I have my own purpose. You have your own purpose. Me, I'm even stronger than you, because as I'm pursuing my own, I'm happy to pursue your own. Do you hear me? Women, go and make your own money. This is all I have to say about these things.